Welcome everyone to some World of Tanks. Today we have a replay sent in by Sod Mad Haven in his VK 4502A. Not in a very preferable matchup here. He's fighting 9s, he's fighting 10s. Ouch. Though it seems he enjoys his tank, seeing as he has it in his garage as a decoration, and he's playing it, and he has it for it, and he carries no premium rounds. 320 alpha on this gun. This tank was one of the first tanks that I played that I enjoyed. It took me a while to start liking this game, and when I got my hands on the VK, I suddenly realized what armor, gun, and mobility could do. And this was old world tanks. This is like 2015. And I thought this tank was a beast. I was bad at the game. The tank had 5 degrees of gun pressure at the time, 120 millimeters of plate armor, horrible lower plate armor. The only thing it really had going for it was, well, its mobility. It went 38, and that was kind of fast for a heavy tank back then. And I'd never played the Tiger II. I had no idea what it was like to have a gun with more than 200 pen at tier 8, but 320 Alpha was the biggest gun I'd ever had at tier 8, because I had ground up the Indian Panzer at tier 8, I had ground up to the Carnarvon, which had 320 at tier 8, and the AT-15, which also had 320, 230, not even 320, 230 at tier 8, both those are 230, and this was my 4th tier 8, and it had 320. This gun blew my mind. It was so big. But I have not really played it since. I've played it a couple times. And it was also one of the first tanks I actually did well in. Like, I got what would have been my first mark of excellence real quick in this tank in 30 games. But that was before marks appeared on your gun barrel. You got marks of excellence back in, I think it was August of 2015. You could get marks of excellence, but they didn't appear on your guns yet. So that's a little history of me with the tank. But now we have Mad Haven on here. He's gotten into position. I decided to fill in the void. You got to see his equipment. You got to see his crew skills if you want to set up. He doesn't take a gun rammer. What is it called? An advanced loader? Something like that. He doesn't use that in this thing. Instead, he goes with vertical stabilizer. He goes to optics. I think it was vents. Maximizing that view range. Maximizing that gun handling. That's what he's gone with. And he puts a shell in there. 42 shells. A decent number. Oh, hello there, sir. Oh, he gets tracked right as he fires. Those hard cases are a little bit difficult to crack if you don't know what you're doing or they don't present themselves. The side is not a weak spot. It is the drive wheel, which is where he is aiming at. So go for those tracks. See if you can take those down. Hello, 277. Puts a shell in 277. Ammo racks him. Tiefbrecher was firing at him. Misses his shots. Now there's a... Everybody's just aiming at him. Hello, Lova. What is this? Are these bots? They're not. It just sometimes feels like that. I've never seen so many players push to that location before. Imagine if you could sit up there with like a tortoise while they were pushing there. He could have, you know, farmed. But he's not in a tortoise. He's in a VK 4502A. A tank that is not that impressive. It has been buffed. It has a better upper plate. It has a better lower plate. It has better gun depression. But it's still got the same old gun, 200 millimeters of penetration, which back in the day was half decent, 200 millimeters. The Tiger II was better with its 226. The Carnarvon was better with its 226. Actually, the Tiger II might be 227. And then the T-32 was lower with its 198. And then the IS-3 also had like 226. So never mind, this wasn't even decent. This wasn't good back then, and it's not good now. But 200 is kind of one of those magical, I put air quotation marks there, magical numbers, which allows you to penetrate tanks if you hit weak spots. However, a lot of tier 10s don't have weak spots that can be penned by 200 millimeters of penetration. Yeah, T110E5 comes to mind immediately. Like, no. Even the Defender at tier 8 comes to mind. The British tank destroyers come to mind. There's a lot of tanks that just, you can't do anything to with 200 millimeters of penetration. 268 version 4, yeah. Good luck penning that thing through the front with 200 millimeters of penetration. But when you don't find yourself in a tier 10 game, it works. But he is in a tier 10 game. And it is 5-12. 5-11 now. His team are about to capture the base. They have 20 seconds left. Can they pull it off? Will this game end? Be anticlimactic. His team pulls off the victory. And it's over. 17 seconds. Come on. 14. 13. It's counting down. Meanwhile, Saad is firing off shot after shot. He's getting shot from the front. He's getting shot from the right. People are trying to light him up. The enemy's base gets reset and they die. Oh, he finishes off the Bulldog and he changes his attention now to the Tiger 2. Bounces a shot off the back of his turret from the T-32, who did not quite have a great angle there, I guess, as he hit it at an extreme angle. Then he bounces off the front of his turret. Now he's changed his attention to this Tiger 2. Tiger 2's giving the side turret, aims up a shot, puts it straight in. 335 damage done. He's up to 4,000. Tiefbreaker putting in shot after shot. It's got a fast rate of fire. It's got like that weird auto-loader thing. He stands still, gets finished off. He goes down. Now he's got a little bit of black in front of him. T-32 bounces off. Actually, that looked like a heat shell. That might have been the hard case. Now the T-32 puts a shell in. Tiger 2 puts a shell in. He puts a shell into lower plate of the Tiger 2. He changes his position, drops down where they can't shoot him, puts a shot into the side of the Tiger 2, just under the hull and into the drive wheel, is able to pen there. And he goes for the same shot here, but he's angled a little too much. Bounces off. So does the Tiger 2. He aims this one instead up at the side and finishes him off. A lot of talking there. And now he's up to 5,200 damage. And he's got a base to defend. Bounces another shot from the hard case firing heat. He's down to 14 standard shells and 4 HE shells. Tracks the hard case. Now he needs to get into the base, and he needs to reset. He's got 10 seconds left. He's only going to get one shot, one chance, one opportunity. Who does he go for? He goes for the lower, puts the shell in, rushes it. Shell flies straight, penetrates the lower plate of the lower black. And now he's going to reset this T-32. Fires it off. They've both been reset, giving him a full minute to focus on what he needs to do. Not too shabby. Lova, easy shot into Lova. The nice thing about this tank is its steeper upper hull that can be a hindrance when you're trying to block shots from the front when you're front facing. However, because your turret is front mounted, it makes peeking around little tiny lips, little tiny corners like he's doing now very effective. And that's why they keep bouncing off of him. They keep going into his upper plate. This tank is very good at corner peeking. That doesn't mean you should always do it, because they can still penetrate your drive wheel if they aim well. But the shape of this ridge in front of him is providing the perfect cover to present his upper plate at an extreme angle and keep them from shooting his weaker turret armor, which is pretty nice. Now he's got to kill these two guys because he's got a mouse and an Object 268 version 4 coming up behind him. They will be here any minute. This hard case is trusting his side armor a little too much, and Saad knows exactly where to shoot. Puts in the drive wheel, puts another one in the drive wheel, finishes him off. Now he's aiming up a shot at this T-32, but the Tiefbreaker is putting in effective fire, so he elects to save his shot, lets the Tiefbreaker finish him off, and now he drops below this ridgeline right as a shell whizzes over his tank, and he takes no shot to the back of the tank. Now he finds himself in a 2 versus 2. He's got a Tiefbreaker on his team, and he's fighting up against a mouse and an Object 268 version 4. How much health do they have? What does he need to do to pull this off with just 6 AP shells left? He's up to 6,955 damage, 4,570 damage blocked, and 1,500 assist damage total. Holy moly, put the controller down, put the game down. You've had a game of your life in the VK4502A. No one else is going to have a game this good in this tank in a very long time. Relax, and go get yourself a glass of milk. Oh no, the version 4 is here, and he is full health. The only thing I can think of is in this situation is, can I close the distance? Would I be able to get up on him, get to his side, and start putting shots into his rear? Because there are 2 of us, and I can take a hit from him. But then the question is, where's the mouse? And that is probably what's going through Saad's head right now, is where on earth is this mouse? Is the mouse in the dip with him? Is the mouse gonna come up behind him? Is the mouse flanking around? Is it worth it to push him? Is it worth it to hold here? I've got 200 millimeters of penetration. I only have 6 AP shells left. And I still have to kill a mouse, and who knows how much health he has. But maybe this Tiefbreaker can put in some shots. He's baiting him here, trying to get him to shoot, trying to get him to pay attention to him to allow his Tiefbreaker to put some shells in. Tiefbreaker is able to put one shot in. Oh, puts a shell into the lower plate, and it's not enough to go in. But the Tiefbreaker still puts some shots in, and he's still putting shots in. Oh, a heat shell clips the turret cheek of the A and penetrates. Oh, he's looking for a shot in the cupola, but remember, you've only got 4 shots left now as he fires into the side of the superstructure. Seemed like the shell kind of went high, and it does not penetrate. And now the mouse shows up. And the mouse is full health. Tiefbreaker still putting in good shots. There we go. There's the shot that was needed. Tiefbreaker takes a hit from the version 4, unfortunately, but now he's tracked. Tiefbreaker's putting in shot after shot after shot into this guy. Fantastic magazine. 13 shells go in, and now suddenly this version 4 has 14 health left. He's loading up his HE shell. He's gonna go for the killing shot here. He can hit him anywhere, not quite anywhere, but if he can hit him right in that roof, right in that upper plate, higher on the upper plate, he can kill him. 14 damage. No, he's not gonna have a shot. He's running, loading his AP shells, knowing my next shot is probably gonna be this mouse. This version 4 is gonna be hiding, and he has to put all of these shots into this mouse if they have any chance. That Tiefbreaker has to really work hard. Up to 7,300 damage, 2,555 assist damage. He's about to break 10,000 combined in this tank. That's phenomenal, and it's not because of assist damage due to spotting, though a little bit was. Most of it's been from tracking. Side turret! Oh, 200 cannot go through that turret. It's 180 millimeters of side turret armor angled back like that. You're gonna have to roll pretty high to pen that, and that's the issue with this gun. The Tier 2 probably would have had more of a 50 to maybe even a 55% chance of going through that. The VK, not so much, and he bounces clean off. There's the version 4. He loads up his HG again, hopeful that he can put some shells into this version 4, finish him off, and then they can focus on this mouse, because if he can get the mouse to focus on him, the Tiefbreaker, I don't know how much ammo he has left, might be able to kill the mouse. Slowly but surely. Or if anything, if he's able to kill him, kill version 4, they can just survive. But here comes the mouse, puts a shell into the drive wheel down beneath. The thing about the Germans is, if you are beneath them, you can track them and damage them because their hull extends over the tracks. And that's what he does again. He's up to 7,916 damage and 3,000 assist damage. Puts another shell into the drive wheel, and this Tiefbreaker is allowed to go ham on his side. Shot after shot after shot. He's only got 2 more HE shells left. He thinks about using it. Oh, but he gets past. Oh, he finishes off the Tiefbreaker. What now? Can he get the kill here? No, he can't. He's got 1 shell left. What is 1 to do? Can he break 8K maybe? Lower plate. Oh, he hits him in the tracks. He bounces off. The mouse bounces off, and he's out of shells at 7,991 damage left. And so what does he do? He presents his side, sticks his gun up, goes down proud, and is finished off by the mouse. All of that commentating, all that driving, that shooting, that blasting, the damage done, and he can't pull it off. 1,900 base experience on a defeat. Just so you know how the game works, on a draw, all players receive 100% experience for the game. On a defeat, you steal 25% of the experience from the other team. So you're getting 50% more experience than the losing team. He made 1,900 base XP on a defeat. This would have been probably 3 grand or close to it, maybe even higher base experience had he managed to pull off the win. Such a shame. Thank you so much for sending this in, and thank you so much for having such a great game and being like, you know what, CloneGuy should feature it. We really, really appreciate it over here, and that was a stellar game. Man, oh man, if only I was a bigger content creator, then what I would probably do is I would have like little presents on featured replays. Like, oh, you deserve a week of premium. I can't do that. So instead, you get a week of claps, which would be 7 claps because I give 1 a day. And that's it. I hope you guys all enjoyed. Make sure you slap that like button, comment, and subscribe. Check out SpaceBANDIT, Rage Adrenaline. There you have YouTube channels, link in the description below, and I will be seeing you guys all later. If you want to send in your replays, send them to CloneGuyTV@gmail.com, link in the description below as well. And I'll be seeing you guys all later. Take care, everyone, and peace out.